Come on, we need, I think, out of the 3 games I've played so far, I think we've won once. I'm not sure.
Live from Memphis, Tennessee, at the home of the Grizzlies, we're broadcasting from the FedEx Forum.
So we'll skip this.
The Houston Rockets come into this one following a loss to the Indiana Pacers. And that's one they'd like to have back. A little more focus would have been enough. Just a 4-point loss.
Alright, here we go.
Jones checked in for Howard. Brewer comes in for Monty Eunice. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Ty Lawson. Clark, looking around the league, there's no team that teams want to play less than the Memphis Grizzlies. They just wear you down.
Well, they play a physical brand of basketball. They play hard. Everybody's on the same page. And even if you beat the Grizzlies, they take a lot out of you in terms of how they try to wear you down.
Good spacing.
Beverly and Harden there at the backcourt. Brewer is out there with Trevor Ariza. And it's Jones in at the center, filling out the middle.
No mistakes. Can't afford any.
And it's Freak with the rebound.
And the Grizzlies played so well against all the other playoff teams. Part of it is that they just have a style that matches up well with anyone.
Here's Udrich, defended by Beverly. Shot clock at 6. And Udrich kicks to Freak. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Draw to foul.
That's the thing with the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, there isn't a team that gives them too much trouble anywhere in the league. They're good at home and on the road. They're used to playing in tight, low-scoring games. And they create that situation with their deliberate style.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars
slightly
the
early.
past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Harden right side. Money from the wing. Harden's got his first points of the night.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of it.
Can't believe I missed those 2 free throws.
Move the ball. Move the ball. Spread the defense.
Come on.
And get our shooters
Let's go.
looks. Tighten up.
Alright, we've got to work on him.
And 3 rebounds. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
Yeah, in every way, I think he's doing a much better job, and the numbers certainly support that.
Barnes kicks to Udrich. Wright sets a screen. They set the pick, and the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
Oh, come on.
Here is a list of the NBA's most adept passing teams.
Your team has a lot of assists, like these guys do. It basically is a testimony to unselfish play, patience, ball movement, and player movement.
That is good. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I have talked about that. And Clark, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
Barnes kicks to Wright. Lee passes to Barnes. Here's Udrich. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Udrich has got his first bucket in this one. Rockets trail by 4. Here's Beverly. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. And that is good.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Wright with a screen on Beverly. Udrich dishes to Wright, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
Ariza has the open look. And again, the Rockets good for 2. For Memphis, they've gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Wright with a screen on Beverly. Udrich, the pass to Wright. Now Udrich. Pass to Barnes. The dish now to Udrich. And Wright kicks to Freak. It's stolen by Jones.
Bloody oath.
Kicks it out to Ariza. Jones sets the pick for Ariza. To the inside. On the basket by Jones. And it's all knotted up.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Freak dishes to right, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, he's an undersized center, but more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
Jones with the screen on Lee. It's Harden with the drive. Takes it from 10. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Ariza's got it all tied up now for Houston. Here's Udrih. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. To the right side. Here's Freak. It's rebounded by Houston.
Major defensive lapse right there. And he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Harden inside the three-point line, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now Udrih.
I tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
It's a tie game.
How can I not hit that? Oh, come on.
Van Rockets head coach Kevin McHale spent some time with us in the broadcast booth, but he said it just...
When you don't have a dog in the fight.
That's an interesting perspective on competitiveness. Substitution here. Terrence Jones is checked in for Howard. Ariza comes in for Corey Brewer. James Harden, he's checked in for Marcus Thornton. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Ty Lawson. Freak in at the 4 spot. Udrih out there with Carter. Then it's Brandon Wright. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Here's Freak, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. That's on Terrence Jones.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and
Come on, hit him. Come on, dude.
And the second free throw.
Yes.
Good.
You know, Dave Yeager, the coach for the Grizzlies, has really become a big-name coach quite quickly. You know, he's worked his way up the Memphis coaching ladder and has had a ton of success early on in his career. I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And, you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here. He shattered the backboard. And Beno Udrih, a 6'3" lefty combo guard out of Yugoslavia. He can run the pick and roll and has really improved from mid-range. Can square up and bury it at a moment's notice.
It's Harden with the drive, and it's Wright sending it back.
And a moment here to check out the stats for James Harden. 8th in scoring, and his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And you made note of it. I mean, his points per game average is unreal right now, scoring whenever they need him to. Checking out the game Montejunas has been having. 8 rebounds, and he's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
And those free throws add up, guys. That is extra offense.
Wright with a screen on Beverly. Right side. It's stolen by Ariza. Carter against Beverly. Here's Ariza. Another miss by Houston. And Udrih lacks the quickness, Clark, to stay with most point guards defensively.
Yeah, just by a step or two, and that's why he's better defending 2 guards.
Let's
He
go,
does a much
Memphis.
better job when he's matched up with 2s versus point guards.
Harden against Carter. It's Harden with the drive and stolen by Wright. Barnes kicks to Freak. Stolen by Beverly. Ariza passes to Jones. No good. Good work defensively by Carter. The Grizzlies trail by 6. White sets a screen. Udrich dishes to Wright. The shot is off, so Houston will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Jones with the screen on Carter. And Beverly kicks to Jones. Here's Moniunas. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting them.
Here's Udrich, defended by Beverly. Now Udrich. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. Outside Carter. It's hauled in by Beverly. Houston leading by 8. And it's Ariza in the corner. To the paint. Here's Harden. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Harden's got 6.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Freed kicks to Udrich. Wright sets a screen. Udrich the pass to Wright. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Clark, Brandon Wright was moving all over the league last year, all over the map. Traded twice, once from Dallas to Boston, then again sent to Phoenix where he finished up the season.
Kevin, he was only with Boston for 8 games after the trade.
On the bench. Let's get that.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Rockets ahead, up 8. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Dwight, what's your assessment of the team you're playing here tonight?
They're a tough team. You know, they play hard, they play together, they move the ball, and they know how to play within the offense, you know. And we've been doing a better job on the defensive end, and I think tonight we came out with the right mentality. We just got to keep it up.
Dwight, thank you. They know they've got their hands full, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Come on. Let's go. We're down by 8. Come on.
Okay, let's get it together, guys. We're not that far out of it, and it's not going to take much to get this building going again. Listen up. I thought we'd get much more offense out of the low post. Let's make a serious effort to get the ball into the paint. We need more buckets coming from down low. And another thing, guys, we're not shooting the ball with confidence. We can do better. Let's make some smart plays and try to get ourselves into a rhythm. And when we get the ball, we can look to start the break if it's there for us. But I don't want to push it just because we have some ground to make up. It's been a struggle so far. That's one thing you don't need a coach to tell you. We got a whole second half to turn it around. Now get out there and compete.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. You look at Moniunas today, he's been every place.
Well, anytime you can get to the free throw line with that kind of consistency, that just makes...
Some changes for Memphis. Freaks checked in for Randolph. Carter comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. And then for Houston, Moniunas is checked in for Terrence Jones. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Trevor Ariza. Taking a look at the Rockets. Moniunas and Howard, the post pair. Patrick Beverly out there with Lawson. And it's Harden in at the 3.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Memphis has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Udrich, defended by Beverly. And Udrich kicks to Gasol. That's good. And it's Udrich with the assist that time. 22 points for Marc Gasol.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Rockets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance, Clark. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an
Really, coach?
The Grizzlies shooting 53% from the field in the fourth quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense. Conley, the pass to Randolph. Looking for Carter. He gets it there. That is good.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Lawson kicks to Howard.
That's a wall.
Good.
You know, everybody seems to be sleepwalking out there on defense, and it's been that way, guys, ever since they came out of the halftime locker room.
Outside Conley. Kicks it to Freak. And Carter has it in the corner. Dishes to Freak. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got in good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Free throw good. Freak.
Hey, you want me to close my eyes on this one, too?
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, you got to love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
It's tipped. Howard with the steal. So we see Houston taking the W here to come into an opponent's building.
Oh, I'm never going to win a game. Oh, God. Come on.
Dwight.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Dwight Howard. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
Well, when Dwight uses his physical presence and athleticism to the...
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
I told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan Freak prototypes. Open the box, check them out.
My Christmas and my birthday on the same day. Oh, Dom.
You love them?
I love them.
Hey, they're waiting for your approval for production.
Approved.
Approved?
Approved.
Done.
Yeah.
I'll make the call.
In Pagnotti we trust.
I told you you love them.
Man.
Hey, I'm going to have you playing in those in 30 days or less.
Money. Oh, man.
Freaking and diving. Freaking and diving.
Freaking and diving in these, baby.
Alright, let's get on with game 5. But technically it's game 50. We're up against the New York Knicks. Come on.
Coming home. New York City, baby. I'll be honest. I'm pretty excited. Mama, Pops, and Cece, yeah, they're going to be there. Playing in front of them in the NBA uniform for the first time is going to be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's going to be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good, though. I've been waiting for this my entire life. And I'll be ready.
Coming at you from beautiful New York City as the Knicks prepare to take the home court. Looking at the last game for the New York Knicks, it was a win against the Pistons in Detroit.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at them, wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that one.
Going to be the Grizzlies off the top.
All right, let's go.
Serafin's checked in, and Memphis also making a switch. Freaks checked in for Zach Randolph. Kevin Serafin is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Aflalo. Then it's Anthony. And it's Galloway in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Anthony. And it's going to be 2 free throws through contact on the shot.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
So Anthony nails both of them.
Hard to believe this, but Carmelo feels as if he's been underrated as a superstar to this point in his career, and I'm sure there are a lot of conflicting opinions on that topic.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Really, dude?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans gave them a bit of a boost. He picked up 5 points and was just efficient on the offensive end, picking his spots on when to keep the ball moving or try his own luck. A bit of a surprise attack for him, as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
All right, thank you as always, Doris. And another special game from a player that we know is incredibly capable for this team.
Yeah, and he proved his value again in that last game. I mean, he's a cog in their machine, no doubt.
Yeah, and they're going to need a few other players to lend a bigger hand today. I mean, they can't expect him to carry the entire load 2 games in a row.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
For Carmelo, the numbers are there for him to be treated as a Tier 1 star still, I think, Clark, but it's hard to call him underrated.
Yeah, I think he'll be underrated until he's able to get to the championship round or maybe even win a ring. There's one thing that's clear, though. He's been under a lot of pressure since he's come into the league, and he hasn't been underrated in that regard.
And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And that one's good. Freak.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Knicks trail by 14. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. That's good. And so
My
Galloway
bad,
with the
my
assist.
bad.
Galloway has got 3 assists in the game. Grizzlies have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
And so it's New York with it, following the score by Memphis.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
No good from Lee. The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Galloway, the pass to Porzingis. Anthony drives in. Oh, and there's the one-handed shot.
High and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
Now here's Lee. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
Here's Galloway. It's a 14-point game. That's to Porzingis. 6 to shoot. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
And
Come
now
on.
he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
We got to be more physical on
Before you are
defense.
the teams that have been absolutely red hot for the last 10 games. Second, the Grizzlies.
You have to be impressed with their shot selection. I mean, the discipline on that end and the unselfishness really is what allows those great numbers to show up.
Out to the wing. Shoots from the baseline. Grizzlies with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance. And road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
Here's Anthony following the basket by Marc Gasol. There's the pick. Kicks it to Carmelo. Inside. Got a piece of it. Lee outside. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. It's deflected. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
Come on, Grizzlies.
Outside, Green. Gasol a screen. Green kicks to Freak. It's rebounded by Seraphin. Seraphin's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the middle. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Seraphin's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Now here's Gasol. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
Oh, I tried moving.
Blocking was a factor as well.
And so we conclude the first half. Grizzlies lead by 14. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Knicks fan.
Alright, let's
Okay, guys.
skip
Solid
this
play
and
so
get
far.
straight on with it.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows. Grizzlies making a switch here. Freaks checked in. Knicks trail by 12. So on the 4 for Memphis. A lot of defense with Conley and Lee in the backcourt. Green is out there with Freak. And it's Gasol. And at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Galloway. The offensive rebound, Anthony.
Well, here we can get a look at Memphis and what kind of numbers they put up these last 10 games. First in blocks, first in points off fast breaks. And they're the #2 field goal percentage team in the league. This is a team that has really grown in that area, taking good shots and knocking them down.
And going back to that top ranking in terms of block shots, for me, it's been pure dominance. Defensively, they have such great presence around the rim, and at times, that gets in your head.
Gasol dishes to Conley. The pass to Freak. They kick it out to Green. Clock at 6. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
And a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Anthony. Averaging about 22 points per, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
For sure. Great anticipation. Peripheral vision is there. Natural talent as well. Really shining through.
Conley into the lane. Down low. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Conley. Conley's got 6 assists in the game. Knicks trail by 11. Clark, thinking back to when Mike Conley was drafted 4th back in the 2007 draft, 4th overall. He wasn't an instant star, but he has gotten better every season.
Yeah, it took him a little while. I mean, he was only a freshman coming out of college back in 2007. A slow start. He had to fight for minutes, grind away. Grizzlies kept trying to get his replacement, it appears, but he stayed the course, and now he's their franchise point guard.
And the Grizzlies leading by 9. The dish to Freak. Right side Gasol. Shot is off. Excellent D there from Aflalo. The Knicks have gone 3 of 4 so far in the 3rd quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Porzingis passes to Lopez. New York moving it around. Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 11 points.
Everything going to plan here to start the 3rd. 80% shooting thus far.
Good looking screen by Gasol. Lopez with the steal. 3 on 3. Galloway kicks to Anthony. And Anthony gets double teamed. 3-pointer. Kept alive by New York. Here's Galloway. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists tonight.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offense.
And then for New York, Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Porzingis. Amundsen comes in for Aaron Aflalo. And Thomas subbed in for Langston Galloway. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Freaks checked in for Gasol. Barnes comes in for Jeff Green. Carter, he's checked in for Courtney Lee. And it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. Here's Thomas. Here's New York. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Lance Thomas out there with Anthony. Then there's Amundsen. Then it's Kevin Seraphin. And it's Lopez in at the center position. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Aaron Aflalo.
There's 1:26 left in the 4th quarter. They get it back. Amundsen off target at the rim.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Grizzlies.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And, Greg, that's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Gasol. You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards. And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
There's a screen. Thomas against Carter. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from 18. That's good. Blocking. Game clock. Pass to Barnes. Now the feed to Carter. Right with a screen on Aflalo. Carter inside the three-point line. Good as the jump shot falls. And the Grizzlies lead by 18.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots.
All right, now. What's up, girl?
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Marc Gasol. He put up a new season high tonight. And if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here. Kenny, your thoughts?
They kept feeding him the basketball, and he did not disappoint. For the guys guarding him, it was a long, long night. As he pushed his point totals in the 30s, he got more and more determined. Great effort.
Well, Marc Gasol is right in the middle of the conversation about the best centers in the NBA. If you're talking strictly about defense, well, Gasol is the conversation. It's just not about D, as we saw tonight. He got tremendous offensive game as well. Did you see that turnaround? Ooh.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.
As I was saying, got a real big problem, all this kitty stuff. Your evil twins, CC and Dom, got you doing what was that word he was using?
Rebrand?
No. Recalibrate. All this stuff they got you doing to recalibrate your image is cost you in the hood, fam. Yo, the streets is watching, and they're not convinced.
Vic, how many times do I have to tell you? The streets ain't always right.
Nah. It's always good in the hood. Let's not forget, I am a student of human nature. All right? Take your man here. He's playing this here video game is to not address the reason why his brand Jordan sneakers are sitting on store shelves collecting dust.
Ooh. Ouch.
Okay, what are your suggestions, Victor?
He wants you to rob a bodega. I'm sorry.
Look, man, I'm not talking about some focus group, all right? I'm talking about the hood. They don't trust you no more. They see you coming to the arenas wearing them tight pants y'all ballers be wearing. Your high water ankles be showing. Your pants is just so tight, man. Your ankles be choking. Air it out some. People don't see themselves in you anymore. Look at me. People don't recognize themselves in who you are. Okay, you want to recalibrate? Fine, B, go ahead. Recalibrate back to Harlem. Remind these fools where you from. Represent. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's that Jesus piece you used to rock? Nah, that Shuttlesworth.
With them fake chains we used to wear.
Yo, but that's my point. Yo, let me get you some nice jewels, huh? Make it flossy. Get you a new whip, something that the hood will love. Let's remind these fools that you the Harlem Renaissance up in this piece. Get a club. I don't know, something. Just throw your weight around, man.
I mean, at least get me some, too.
Yeah, and get some nice free bet, too.
Nah, but for real, in all seriousness. You think it's that bad?
Yo. Cats be laughing at your corny commercials, B.
Come on.
But that's what I'm saying. Yo, we could change all that. Hey, now, I know CC's your manager and all, but everywhere she leads, you can't always follow. Now, I'm not trying to catch no charge, but CC got people out here laughing at you, fam. Now, just let me take care of everything. You the CEO, I'm the CFO, Chief Flossing Officer. You hit me with that bread, and I got you.
CC.
How y'all doing?
CC?
Freak, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, what up?
In private?
CC, go ahead.
Okay, well, I thought we were supposed to be having a private meeting today to discuss business.
CC, what you think we're doing?
Am I talking to you? You know what? Y'all ain't talking business. Y'all talking nonsense.
We were actually discussing the questionable nature of the promotional strategy that you and Dom have employed on Freak's behalf. Now, it doesn't necessarily resonate with his core fan base, primarily due to the fact that it negates the legitimacy of his personal background and history in favor of reaching a larger, primarily more disinterested demographic that would prefer to judge Freak's past as opposed to appreciate it.
Yo, what Yvette said, 4 times 25, 100.
Oh, so now you know your times tables. Yvette, occasionally proving that you're articulate doesn't mean you have business acumen. Beyond, of course, your clear mastery of basic arithmetic. We all know you can add up how much Freak makes.
Okay, Cece, that's enough.
No, you know what, Cece? You're absolutely
Anywho,
right.
Freak,
And speaking of basic arithmetic, how much of Freak's money do you take?
Okay, what did I just say about Team
A manager?
What did I
Is that
just
what you
say
know?
about
No,
Team
the
Freak?
only members of Team
Good.
Freak in here are me and you.
Oh, you know what, Cece? This isn't the womb, okay? It's not just you and Freak.
Speaking of, how's that going for you?
Hey, come on.
Oh, snap.
You gonna let her talk to me like that, really?
It's
You need to
say
check
that.
her
Wait,
now.
go there and I ain't even
check
talking
her
about
now.
Gorilla.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm out.
You know what? I think
I'm
I'll
out.
join you.
No, darlings, please. Please, have a seat. I would just love to hear what you all were just discussing. Better yet, let me guess. Hey, yo, I'm saying, dude, what you need to do is hit up these parties. Yeah, you need to show these fools how you still have mad love for the hood. Get you some flossy jewels. Make sure every time they see you, it's in the new whip. Better yet, let's get us a dealership or a club or something. Never mind that house you promised your twin sister, you promised you get for your parents who are still in the projects where you left them.
Yo, that's not fair. I ain't leaving my ass.
Hey,
and you know I'll never leave my parents in projects.
Thing, fam. I'll take care of everything. All you gotta do is break me off with that bread. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wow. You know what, Cece? I don't know what's going on with you tonight, but I think it's best you go home. We will continue our meeting here.
You asking me to leave?
Yes.
Hey, yo, Freak. It's all good, man. As a matter of fact, CC, now, I know you don't like me. You never have. Now, I don't know what I ever did to you. But at this point, does it really matter anymore? Look, I just want you to know that I'm really sorry. But whatever it was, I can honestly say it was not intentional. All right? Hey, Freak. Think about what I said earlier, man. I ain't trying to catch no charge. Bet, you ready?
Let's bounce.
Cece. Okay, you know I love you more than life itself.
And how come you always put them before me? I don't put anyone above you, not even myself.
You sure about that, Cece? What would you just call all this? I mean, you come in here blowing up my spot and you insult my brother?
He's not our brother.
You disrespect my woman.
He's trying to protect you.
From who? From the likes of you? But you don't think I realize that I have vultures and blood-sucking leeches in my life? Don't think I realize that you're one of them?
Bloodsucker?
Yeah, but you know what? That's what I think the problem is. It's because you realize you're no better than them and you're ashamed. But in fact, you're worse because we share the same blood. And just because they don't have the same blood running through their veins as us doesn't mean that they don't love me. Yeah, their love might be flawed, but it's true. What you need to understand is I don't need you to protect me anymore. I don't mind the people closest to me leeching off me. Yes, you do leech off me, and I leech off you too. You love business and you love me. I use that.